All right, go get your sillies out. Go run them out. Go run them out. Go run them out.
By now, John Geldis's kindergarten class of King Edward Public School are old pros, like the mittens and toques and 2 hot snowsuits that are the must-haves for this season in the schoolyard.
You need some help, Willow? No, I don't.
Wearing a mask is just what you do when you're a kid now, and these kids have thoughts.
Does anybody have a reason why you like it?
Because it keeps me safe.
It keeps you safe. That's an excellent answer. Okay, what don't you like about your mask?
It gets wet when I'm outside.
Why does it get all wet? Remember, because you're
Chewing on it?
chewing on it. Sometimes you're chewing on it, or sometimes
Licking on it.
Oh, you
Oh,
don't
you're
want to be
licking
on
it.
You can't see real faces because you have your mask on.
You can't see your real faces because you have your mask on. Thanks, Chelsea. That was a great
That's a
response.
very good answer.
Spare a moment for these little ones trying to figure out who's who, a class with twins nonetheless. Telling people apart means learning tricks. Who always wears the hat with the spots or the pink coat?
Do you ever get confused with your teachers?
No?
No?
I know that's Mr. J because he has a turtle mask.
Yes, Mr. G does usually wear that mask with the turtles. That's handy, because until they're teenagers, they're still honing recognition and need all the help they can get. A York University study that's still under review suggests a mask reduces recognition in kids by about 20%. That's 5% worse than adults. But they find ways around it faster.
Like a visual acuity level that...
Kang Lee was studying kids and recognition before COVID came calling and says they have an adaptation advantage.
We look at things in totality, but they look at the details. So because of this advantage, so if we make that situation more likely for them to latch on to these details, then kids can really navigate their social world more easily.
So put your hair in a ponytail, but don't take it out of a ponytail.
Exactly. Yeah, don't change your hairstyle, don't change your glasses.
Is there a possibility that kids are going to have some heightened abilities coming out of the pandemic because of this?
What we have learned in the past is when something like this happens, that you block some kind of information channel and kids have to navigate around it, suddenly their other kind of abilities increase, not decrease, because the child's brain is very plastic, very adaptive.
Hi, Izzy. Hi, buddy.
And when babies start learning about speech, faces are critical to getting tone and meaning.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Watching how lips move, fundamental to forming words.
That first year of life is when speech and language are emerging in a major way.
David Lukowitz with the Yale Child Study Center has been researching that for years.
Buenos días. Despierta.
His study involves showing videos of women talking to babies. Then, by tracking the baby's eye movements, they saw that until 4 months of age, the focus is predominantly on the eyes. Then at 8 months, attention shifts to the mouth and only intensifies as they approach a year old, especially in homes with more than one language spoken.
Hi. What do you think?
So if those babies growing up who are getting 2 languages at the same time, they might actually be negatively affected by the masks more than monolingual babies.
Tick-tock, Izzy's a clock. Tick-tock.
The good news is babies' brains develop so quickly they can adapt if adults shift how they interact.
The brain is able to make up for any sort of missing input.
Hi, honey.
This fix is a lovely one, just a boost in face-to-face time between parents and babies.
Have them in front of you and interact with them as much as you can en face, so that they really get that full package, the auditory and visual package.
And to help out our friends, the schoolyard mask pros, more changes from the grown-ups. Teaching vowel sounds without showing anyone your mouth now has to be a dance. This class has been keeping journals about all these changes in their lives, what the masks make difficult. A key one here, it's hard to yell for help. Also hard to know who needs it.
Like, how do you know if one of your friends needs help or is sad or is happy?
It's kind of hard wearing a mask
Can you tell if somebody's smiling?
Again, here's where a good teacher can and will make the difference.
And now it's like, well, we also have to talk about body language. Okay, like look at this person's body language. They're standing there with their arms straight out and their fists clenched. They're angry. You can't read it on their face, but they're angry.
In a weird way, are they learning more about how people express themselves than they would have?
We hope so. We hope so. It's just finding other ways to navigate those kind of waters. But listen to the tone of my voice. Look at my body. Look at my body language. Look at my eyes. Are my eyes crinkling at the sides? That means I'm smiling. I'm happy. My eyes are bugging out of my head. That probably means I'm scared. Stomp your feet. Give them a good stomp. Give them a kick over by the door, and let's head inside, please.
It is work, but work he mercifully adores, and his gaggle of young, masked-up charges are all in.